What's up, spectators? Welcome back to another episode of Professor Layton and the Unwound Future. We are heading to Chinatown to meet up with Luke. Because I believe Evil Layton's HQ is located in Chinatown? In some sort of tower, I think. I'm not sure. Is this really the way to Chinatown? It's awfully dirty and dark. Why the sudden apprehension? Does the place frighten you? Me scared? No way! I just want to get out of here. Let's go. Now, Luke, don't just run off. Be careful, you can slip. Whoa! Oh dear. Now what did I just tell you? Professor, are you smiling right now? Me? Certainly not. Are you quite alright? I just banged up my knee a little. I'll walk it off. Good. I was worried for a moment. Let's go. Hey, little man. You ever been so bored you could keel over? Me too. I got this boob chin on my face. These boob chin. Like right now. Why are you so bored? Well, mostly because I got nothing to do. But also because I sort of lost my life and now I can't find it. How does one lose one's life? A while back, this guy tells me I can make money hand over fist doing easy work. I was out of a job at the time, so I figure why not, right? Makes sense. Yeah, I think so too. Until I realized my sweetheart gig isn't so sweet, you know? Guy throws me in a dark hole and has me digging all day and all night. I bust my hump 24/7. Sounds like whatever he was paying you isn't worth it. I haven't even gotten to the worst part yet. When I finally finish the job, I head home, right? But everything gets all switched around while I'm in the hole, and I can't find my family or house. Oh my gosh, maybe you traveled through time like we did. Who, what, where now? I don't really follow you, but I do know I've been out here on my own for a while. Only thing I gotta pass the time so these puzzles I do, yeah? Try one. It's like the restaurant owner's wife in the anime Working. Anyone? Anybody? Do you get it? Do you know what I'm talking about? You should. You dug a bunch of tunnels, turned out convoluted, blah blah blah. Only way to do this, make a connection above ground. Wait, what? Connect A to A, B to B, C to C. You can't use the same path twice. But you gotta go above ground to make the connection. Hold on. What? I don't even get the question. Oh! I see. I don't really understand the question.
This one's as good as solved.
Shh! I totally didn't just pull that answer out my butt. Shh! I know what I'm doing.
This one's as good as solved.
Oh my god! Really?
I guess it's back to the drawing board.
Really? Everyone, I've made a conclusion. Using my deductive reasoning, I have concluded that the correct answer is C. What did I tell you?
How about this?
What did I tell you?
No puzzle can stop Layton's apprentice.
You can make all three connections if C goes above ground. Did you see all those lines? Good job there, little man. I can tell you're a thinker. You remind me of my son. He thinks he knows everything, but he's a good boy. He used to love it when I'd give him a puzzle to work on. Sure wish I could see the scamp. Looks like we're on the right track. Here's the river. Indeed, and it looks as majestic as ever. I suppose some parts of London never change, even after 10 whole... Wait, that wasn't there before. I see you've noticed it too. That has to be the biggest lighthouse I've ever seen, and it sure wasn't there before. It's in almost pristine condition, so it must have been built fairly recently. Good day, you two. Isn't the view here positively glorious? Yes, it's quite nice. It's nothing short of breathtaking. Professor, look at this guy. Do you suppose he could be part of the family? Now you listen, boy. I'm standing right here. If you have something to say it to my face. What's more, I don't appreciate being associated with those drably dressed ruffians. Look at this suit, boy. Do you see that stitch work? This was custom made in Italy. Italy, I say! Ever so sorry, sir. I meant no offense. It was foolish of me to think you were part of that bunch. Well, as long as you acknowledge your mistake, I'm willing to let bygones be bygones this once. But just so there's no doubt as to my identity, allow me to introduce myself. Before you stands London's most distinguished, dashing, and debonair man. The name's Graham. I'd tell you to remember the name, but I know you'll never forget it. Got it. Graham. London's most distinguished, dashing, and... forgot the last part. But I won't forget the name, I promise. I already forgot it. Oh, hello there. Wow, that's quite the head. Do you happen to know if this is the way to Chinatown? Yeah, this path will take you there. Probably. Probably. Haven't you taken this path before? No way. I just got this feeling that something could happen to me down there. Something bad. Like, what if I had a run-in with the family? That'd get messy fast. I'm better off just staying here and solving puzzles. I thought you said you solve puzzles. Why am I being roped into this? I got a feeling the family's goons might be lurking around here. I didn't want any trouble, so I've hidden in a spot where I can spy on them without being seen. Tell me how many goons there are. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9?
This one's as good as solved.
The barrel guy didn't fool me.
I knew it.
You solved my puzzle! Guess you're not part of the family then. They're not too bright, see? Of course not, we're no family goons. I'm Luke, and this man here is the famous, evil Professor Layton. Oh! Layton, you say? Of course he's not a family goon. He's the head honcho. Help! Somebody help! Oops, forgot how the name Layton tends to scare the socks off people in this time. Yes, it's unfortunate, but people seem to think I'm a criminal. On a more interesting note, do take a look at the ground. Those footprints must belong to the man who just run off. Come to think of it, his feet and pants were all wet, but why? It's a bit chilly to be out for a swim, don't you think? Indeed. So how did he get all wet? Some sort of recurring theme here. Men in white laboratory coats seem to be all over this part of town, but the odd thing is that their trousers and shoes are always soaking wet. Why on earth would they be walking around London with wet feet? Oh, it's a puzzle. It's our lucky day. We seem to have stumbled across a hidden puzzle. 152 cluttered cans. 3 canned food products are randomly stacked up. You need to rearrange them into stacks of the same product. However, if you want to move a can that has cans on top of it, you have to move them all at once. Also, you can't have more than 6 cans stacked up at a time. Well, crap. This is gonna be hard. Running out of... Oh, no! Yay!
I've got a good feeling about this one.
That one could have taken me a long time.
Just as I suspected.
Whew! And that's that. You know, Professor, with all the trees here, this hill is actually kinda creepy. What's the matter, Luke? Are you afraid of bumping into a ghost? Come on, Professor! I know you'd never believe in something so unscientific! Unscientific, you say? There's no proof that ghosts exist. Nothing based on fact, anyway. And as a man of science, naturally, you don't fear something as silly as ghosts, right? Well, maybe just a little. I spy with my little eye a hidden puzzle. You want to lay one of the 5 types of paving stones below around your garden without their overlapping each other, or any of the 4 white flower bushes. Which one should you use? What? Hold on. Ah, I see, so you'll only put 1 type down. Well, it doesn't make sense for B. We could already exclude B. That one's a stupid one. Let me see if A works. Did it? I can draw this out so we can all see. Bup. Bup. Ah, nope, doesn't work. Hold on. Nope, doesn't work. That's 2 gone. Now let's try C. Nope, doesn't work. That's 3 gone. Nope, not D. It's gotta be E. Process of elimination.
How about this? I knew it!
I knew I could do it. No coins, huh? I can't stop looking at this curious flower and the strange little insect zipping around it. Psst! Hey there, you two. You got a lost look about you. You know where you are? I confess we do not. It's our first time passing through here. Listen, I could be wrong, but it looks like you two were a couple of upstanding citizens. I'm a nice fella, so I'll clue you two in. You're standing right on top of a black market bazaar. Black market! Wow's right, kid. We sell a lot of weird stuff out there. A lot of dildos and drugs. And no one questions where it came from. If it was me and those shiny loafers of yours, I'd keep my head down and vamoose as quick as I can. Yes, that seems prudent. Before we go, though, tell me, why do people come all the way out here to do their shopping? Listen, kid, the things for sale here, well, let's just say you won't find them at the supermarket. But come to the bazaar and who can say what treasures you'll find. So you deal in antiques and other rare items. I think we've asked enough questions for one day, Luke. Let's move on. You two be careful. Oh, and if you're ever in the market for something hard to locate, swing by. I'm sure we'll be back. Oh, hello there, Mr. Cat. That's a really strange-looking cat. What's he saying, Luke? He says he's in a bit of a jam. cat romance. This tomcat is trying to meet up with his sweetheart. However, the dogs on the squares with X's can smell a cat up to 3 squares away and chase him off. But they can't smell him through a wall. Entrance A, B, or C, D, I see. Let's do something that's easy to see. So, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Wait. Oh, sorry. Erase that. I thought that was a cat. Or a dog, sorry. Pen? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's everyone, so let's try the routes. Bonk! Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. That works. C.
Here's my answer. I knew it!
Perfect. I know. I'm glad we can help too. Yes, glad to be of service. Layton clearly did not care for that. Someone might be going evil. Oi! Just what do you think you're... No one passes through this gate here. Now clear out, or we'll be having more than words with each other. I see. Somebody wants to die. The nerve of them! They're just a pair of brutes, don't you agree? Professor, what are you thinking about? Murder, Luke. Did those two remind you of anyone we know? It's not an exact match, but they do bear an odd resemblance to a certain pair of fellows we know. Of course! You're talking about Chelmy and Barton. I am. The similarities are quite striking, don't you think? They also look like the two guards in Azran Legacy. Short assistant? Check. But something tells me the inspector wouldn't take kindly to being told he resembles a criminal. Speaking of the inspector, did his presence at the event seem at all odd to you? You mean the time machine demonstration? Yes, why do you suppose a police inspector was invited to an event like that in the first place? Well, he's cracked quite a few tough cases. Maybe his celebrity status got him invited. Yes, I'd assume the same thing. After all, pseudo-celebrity status is what you got you and me our tickets. Pseudo-celebrity? Nonsense! You're the great Professor Layton, the very model of a modern-day English gentleman. I hate to say it, Luke, but I think you're the only one who'd heap that kind of praise on me. From what I saw, almost everyone there was part of London's upper class or the media. The inspector and I were clear exceptions to an otherwise homogeneous list of names. So the question looms before us. Why did Dr. Stongun, whoever he is, invite the inspector and me? What I didn't give to hear the inspector's take on the event. Oh, wouldn't give. It's too bad we'd have to go back to our own time to ask him. Wait a second. What if the inspector's still working here in the future? Professor, there you are. Ah, hello, Luke. I couldn't help but overhear you as I ran up. Did you say you'd like to meet with the inspector? Yes, ideally we'd meet him back in our time, while the events of 10 years ago are still fresh. I think we can make that happen. But how? Let's continue this conversation away from prying eyes, shall we? Why don't we head over to the wooded area to the west? Okay. Much better. I don't think anyone's likely to overhear us here. You mentioned that there is a way for us to visit the inspector who exists in our time. I can only imagine this means returning to the present. Is that possible? Indeed, Professor, but the only way to do that is to use the wormhole in the clock shop. But the door to that place is bolted shut. How will we get in? That shouldn't be a problem. I can get that door open for you. Why is it you have such easy access to the wormhole? I promise I'll explain everything when we get there. Please trust me on this. But for now, let's return to the clock shop on Midland Road. But what was our plan to head into Chinatown? That will have to go on the back burner for now. The situation has changed. Why did it change? Well, I guess we'll just have to find out tomorrow in the next episode. So, stay tuned for the next one, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.